You know what else is crazy?
Hmm.
You said something to me in the car yesterday, and then you thought I was crazy for not responding.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
So we're driving back from the Pickles to the airport, and he says, I'm going to put these pickles inside the plane just so that we don't have any issues with them getting broken.
So
I say nothing.
Well, if you put the pickles in the back, they could pop. Like any kind of
the pressure.
Compressor. Yeah. They're not, that area. So I'm thinking, man, we came all this way. We got all this. I'm going to put it up in the compartment with us so it doesn't explode.
Yeah. But he says
you've had your toothpaste.
Which seems like a perfectly rational thought. And
Yeah.
instead of me responding, giving my opinion, or arguing, or whatever, I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Like it didn't warrant a response, in my opinion, because he didn't ask me a question.
Yeah.
And he didn't say anything that made me think, oh, I need to stop that or talk about that. That seems like it needs work. You know what I mean? And so he's like, is that okay? I'm like, what do you want me to say? You made your choice, and it seems like a fine choice. What do you want from me? And he's like, I just think it's so weird that like you could say something to someone and then they just don't even respond to you. He said, Tony Jr. used to do that to me on the damn radio. I'd say something, I'm loose, da-da-da-da, and he'd not even respond. I'm like, well, you didn't ask me a question. Like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
You know? Like he also always needs like the affirmations. And then he said something to Nicole this morning, and she just turns and look at him, and then she just turns back to the TV. And
I said, we got her a new bed.
Yeah.
I said, how did the new bed sleep last night? She just looked at me and then went back to the TV. I was like, damn, I thought it was just Amy, but I guess it's not just Amy.
No, well, he actually asked her a question. I just laughed at it, but because I asked her the same thing, of course, when she woke up, and I got a response out of her. But I don't know. Does anybody else do that?
This happened I raced for 10 years with Tony Jr. and other crew chiefs this happened with. You're driving your ass off out there. You feel like you're on an island by yourself in that race car fighting that thing. And you're like, you're just giving feedback. Like, all right, it's tight right now. All right, 10 laps later, man, it's gotten loose. It's starting to turn. You're just saying stuff, and it's like a CB radio. You want them to go 10-4, good buddy. It's something, anything.
10-4, good buddy.
Something, right? Just some sort of, I heard you. I got you. I heard you.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't. And Tony Jr. did this all the time. And I think once he learned it really got under his skin, he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Especially when he was annoyed with me.
Yeah.
And that has now like imprinted. And so when we're riding around, or we're in the kitchen or whatever we're doing, and I'm like, I think I'm a blah blah blah. And Amy's just like, it's not in her DNA to be like, cool, okay, good idea.
Well, if I don't think it's cool, I am not going to respond with that. If you want to go do whatever it is you're doing, go for it. Especially, like, here's the thing. You just like to talk about everything. You need affirmations about all your choices. And I am not that way. If I made a decision, I am doing it. You don't know about it unless I need your help, right?
I
and
don't
you are
like
not that
to.
Way.
Well, this was my reasoning on this in this example, and this is applied to every other example. I was like, you know what? If I don't say this riding in the car, we're gonna get to the airport, and when I start loading 10 cardboard boxes into the passenger compartment, and you may go, you may not, you may go, why are you putting all this in here? Why is it not going in the back? Now we're having a conversation that could have been avoided by the moment in the car.
So it's the same conversation. It's just situationally happening in one place versus another. It's like
I was thinking that the one in the plane happening could potentially.
He's worried about damage control.
Yeah, that has more potential to turn into an argument than just us going down the road.
Why would I argue with you about where you're putting the damn pickles? Why would I do that?
It's an example of but you can apply this to all things. And so I was just trying to think. I was just trying to be like, hey, I think this is a good idea.
Well, next time I'm going to say 10-4, good buddy. That's exactly what I'm going to fucking 10-4, good buddy.
Well,